Here's demonstrate how a technology called AllJoin can make products from different manufacturers interoperable when they're brought together with one another. So the first demonstration we're going to show you here is a smart lock here from August. Now this August smart lock is pretty cool. It allows me to, using my smartphone becomes my key. When I come within proximity of the door lock, it knows I'm home and it unlocks the door for me and lets me in. It also allows me to control access to my home or grant access to my home to other people using their smartphones. So I can, for instance, give access to my friends and family to come into the house only on the weekends, or I could give access to a cleaning crew to come into the house on Fridays between 12 and 2 p.m. So it's really a kind of cool way to allow me to grant virtual keys to people in my home. Now, what August have done is August have used AllJoin, which is a technology you're going to see a lot about in this home, to make their product interoperable with other devices in the house. So, and what's important to note here is August didn't have to work with these other device manufacturers to make this interoperability happen. They simply implemented AllJoin, and AllJoin allowed the devices to work in concert with one another to create an experience greater than the individual parts. So, so this August door lock is going to do a couple things. So currently I lock the doors, so we're in a locked mode. I'm going to unlock the door, and then the house is going to react to that and welcome us home. Now it's going to do that a couple different ways. One, you're going to see the device, the August device, send out what's called an AllJoin notification. AllJoin notifications are like little text messages or tweets that get sent out to all the devices proximately within the house, peer-to-peer. So you see every display, this television, there's another television in the kitchen, there's even a little clock radio over on the counter here that will receive notifications. My smartphone, my watch will receive the notifications. And so the August is going to send out a notification welcoming me home, text-based notification. So that's one, AllJoin notifications. The second thing that this smart lock is going to do is send out what's called an AllJoin event. So the event is that the door has unlocked. There's an event happening, and other devices need to know about that event. So when those devices receive that event, they have been programmed to react to it, so take an action against it. So one of the devices that's going to take an action is are these light bulbs here. These are LifeX light bulbs. They're Wi-Fi LED multicolor lights. They're going to receive that unlock event, and they're going to sort of bring the lights up to a welcome home level. They're kind of dimmed right now. The second device that's going to receive these events are these AllPlay enabled speakers. So the AllPlay is a whole home audio technology. You're going to see a demonstration of it in a couple rooms. That AllPlay speaker is going to receive this event, and it's going to play an audible welcome home message. Now the welcome home message is actually this text message you'll see translated text to speech using Nuance. So Nuance will receive that text, convert it to speech, play it over the audio, welcoming us home. So you'll hear, you'll see the lights come up, you'll see the text-based notifications, you'll hear the welcome home message. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock the doors here. So we unlock the door lock will open, and take a look at the television.
Welcome home. Call.
So you saw a text-based notification here. The television in the back, the little lock, or excuse me, desk clock over there also received the welcome home call notification. The lights came up. You heard the audible notification, translated text to speech using Nuance. Now, all this interactivity you saw happened without these device manufacturers working with one another. So August simply implemented AllJoin notifications and event triggers and sent them out when the door was unlocked. It didn't know what was going to get them or what they were going to do with them. These other devices were programmed using their own apps to discover, when I get this event, do this thing. So the lights came up, you know, obviously you heard the audible notification and then saw the text-based notification. So it's extremely loosely coupled integration and very powerful. It allows the device manufacturers to simply build to AllJoin and not have to worry about how the devices and experiences are going to come together. They simply, you know, create AllJoin into their products, and then their products can do more together than they could individually. So that's AllJoin event triggers and notifications. The next thing I'm going to show you is over here along the wall. So we have a device here. This is a tablet, and what if you have, I've showed you how sort of AllJoin can work in a loosely coupled way so that devices can, like the lock, can interact with the lights and the audio, but what if I have a specific device I want to control using AllJoin? So AllJoin has something called the control panel that allows me to do that. Now what the control panel does is it allows me to ask a device dynamically what its control capabilities are. And it will report back and it will teach me about its control capabilities on the fly. So this device here doesn't have to know about any of the AllJoin devices or what controls or capabilities they have. until they're asked. So you can see there's about 10 devices here in the room, one of which is a smart plug. So over across on the side of the room there, you'll see Kiko is next to a smart plug. The smart plug has a fan plugged into it. And I'm going to go ahead and I've discovered that fan here, but or smart plug, but I'm going to go ahead and ask it for its control capabilities. So I select it here, it's asking it for its control capabilities, and then we'll get back here in a second. Or not. What's going on here? Sometimes.
Is it the smart plug?
What's that? No. Let me just.
I moved the fans.
You know, you do these things like 100 times, and then every now and then it'll. Okay, so I've discovered everything again. We'll go ahead and select the smart plug. We'll ask it for its control capabilities, and it should come back here in a second with, maybe it is the smart plug. Okay, so I'm going to show you, I'm going to move on to the Haier air conditioner. So this is an HVAC system from Haier. It's got Qualcomm connectivity in it, Qualcomm Wi-Fi. It also has all-join event triggers and notifications in it. So I'm going to go ahead and discover the Haier air conditioner and ask it for its control capabilities, and it's going to render back all the things that can be controlled from it. So with the smart plug, you would have just seen a simple on-off. For the Haier air conditioner, I've got on-off. I can change its mode to auto, AC, cooling. I can change its fan speed. I can change its temperature, that sort of thing. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the Haier air conditioner on. So it's gone on, and I'm going to go ahead and turn its target temperature up to 30 degrees Celsius. So we'll heat up the room a little bit. So if you look over here on the television, you'll see a notification from the Haier air conditioner saying now things are heating up. And if you look at the lights are changing to a warmer color temperature. So what's happened here is the Haier air conditioner sent out a notification, one text-based notification to all the devices in the room. It also sent out an event saying that it was in heating mode. The HVAC is heating. And so the lights were able to respond to that and be programmed. If I'm heating, I'm going to change this to an ambient warm color temperature. If I was cooling, I'd get an ambient sort of cool color temperature. So you can kind of glance at your lights and know if you were heating or how close you were in terms of temperature to where you want to be. Also, maybe if you have the air conditioner on and the lights are cool, you might feel cooler a little bit more quickly. Turn your air conditioner off sooner and save you some energy. So, so that again, Haier didn't have to work with LifeX. They didn't have to work with LG. They didn't have to work with these other device manufacturers to make that happen. They simply implemented all join, control panel, and other services, and now these products interoperate with one another. So you can see the power of control panel where I come into an environment I've never been before. Like we're all at Mobile World Congress, we're all in hotel rooms. You know, you've got maybe connected shades, television set, alarm clock, other connected things in your hotel room. Wouldn't it be great to be able to come into that environment and have a single application, discover all those devices, learn about their controls dynamically, and be able to control them from a single app? So that's what the power of all-join control panel. So the last thing I'm going to show you is over here in the kitchen. So just sweep through here. This is a refrigerator that is equipped with, it's a wine refrigerator that's equipped with a sensor from Card Access Engineering called Alertus. And what Alertus does is it monitors all the vitals of the wine refrigerator. So temperature, humidity, light levels, whether the door is open, vibration, all the things that could potentially be harmful for our wine, this sensor is keeping track of. And what it's done is it's Qualcomm Wi-Fi connectivity enabled, so it's got Wi-Fi in the sensor, and then it's also used all join event triggers and notifications. So now it can, if there's problems with our wine collection, it can tell us about that. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the door here, and you'll see a notification go out to the television behind us that the wine cooler door is open. And maybe we start having some drinks and drink a little bit too much, and we accidentally leave this door open too long. Maybe we want a stronger visual indication that we maybe need to shut the door. So what's happened here is the door has been ajar, and the wine refrigerator is sending out an event saying, hey, the door is ajar, you need to shut the door. And the lights have been programmed that if the door it gets a door ajar event, it's going to blink red like this. So you could have the whole house blink. You could have the speakers basically play an audio notification saying, shut the door. But you can see the power here of these sort of loosely coupled interactions where the Alertus wine refrigerator manufacturer didn't have to even know that the lights existed. Simply sends out this event and notification, and all-join allows this experience to happen where you can get sort of these ambient visual notifications. So extremely powerful. A couple things we'll leave you with. One is that all these notifications and everything else have been going to my watch. I've got a Qualcomm talk here. Anything that's all-join enabled with control panel I can control. anything with sending out. I've been getting all these notifications here right on my wrist. So so AllJoin works with wearables as well.
Family room in the kitchen is this amazing ability for all these connected devices to interact seamlessly using AllJoin. And now Ed is going to continue with the magic of the Internet of Everything and all it has to offer.
Great. So welcome to Bobby's room. It looks like we had a power outage, obviously, with the 12 o'clock blinking on the desk clock, 12 o'clock on the television, and then on the wall clock behind you there's 12 o'clocks blinking as well. So we're going to show you how with AllJoin and its standard interfaces, it's going to be easy to correct that problem. So as Brian noted, AllJoin is a language of interfaces. Some of them are standard, and one of those standard ones is the set time interface. So I'll go to my control panel here, and I'll find that set time interface. So we could reset the time, or set the alarm. I'll go ahead and choose set time. So all of the three devices that we found in the room that have the ability to tell time are shown on this interface here. So we'll go ahead and say set time. And as you see, 1, 2, 3, they're all updated to the network time. So you didn't have to run around the house and make sure you got them all in sync and everything. It's all done instantaneously thanks to the help of AllJoin standard interfaces. Now another standard interface that would be really useful as well that AllJoin has is the lighting interface. So maybe you want to turn your house into a low powered mode and turn off all the lights when you're gone away. You could do that through a control panel with the standard interface and do all of them at once. Or maybe set an alarm so that they all come on as well. So that's another example of the standard interface. So now that we've talked a little bit about standard interfaces, now it's time to give you a little bit of a view into the day in the life of little Bobby here. So Bobby, he's a lot like our own kids, and he just doesn't like to get up in the morning. I'm probably a little bit like Bobby too. So we're gonna get a little bit of help from AllJoin with this process. So first we're gonna go to the alarm clock here. We're gonna set the alarm via our standard set time interface, and go ahead to the set alarm. Only one device pops up because there's only one with the alarm capability. So it's going to be set for the next minute. So in about 15 seconds, what's going to happen is the alarm's going to go off. It's going to trigger an AllJoin event. Because it's coming from the alarm clock, it'll have the time information in there as well. So the devices in the room will know how to react. So here it goes. Oh. There you go. So yeah, Teddy actually said good morning to Bobby when he received the good morning event, and the lights, as you noted, came up in a nice sunrise fashion. They didn't just blare on to get out of bed. Maybe for myself, it's probably better if they did blare on. I might sleep through that, but it gives Bobby an easy way to wake up and hopefully a nice way to start his day and take him off to school. But once Bobby comes back from school, he's just like any other kid, and they spend most of their time playing games. So we're going to show you how AllJoin can be fun too. So right here we have an application from Disney Interactive called Nemo's Playground. Nemo's Playground integrated AllJoin in its most traditional use case, which is for low latency app-to-app communication. So Bobby could have his tablet and bring his friends over with all their tablets and enjoy this multi-screen, multi-user game where they control their own fish on their individual device and search for little pearls that are hidden inside of the reef there, and try to get as many as they can before the time runs out. So I can see Bobby spending a lot of time playing that, but at some point in time we got to send Bobby to bed. And he doesn't like going to bed almost as much as he doesn't like getting up, so we're going to need a little help here too. We wouldn't use an alarm clock, but we are going to use the standard table lamp to help out with this process. So connected to that lamp is a smart plug, a Wi-Fi enabled smart plug, just like you saw in the other room. We're going to find that on our control panel. We're going to find out what services are available. It's typical on and off. Some smart plugs have power management capability, but this one is a Wi-Fi enabled on and off capability on this one. So we'll go ahead and turn it off. This initiates the good night event. You'll see that the Wi-Fi lights will go down in brightness to dim level. And Teddy says goodbye, good night to Bobby. And now I could hopefully go out in the other room and enjoy some of that wine and relax knowing that Bobby's sleeping. But Bobby he's a little tricky guy, and there's a lot of technology in this house, so it wouldn't surprise me if he hasn't taken some of this into bed with him. I've actually found my own son has taken his own tablet into bed, and he's watching Minecraft videos until 12 o'clock at night, until when I finally checked on him. But there's some new technology in this room that could have helped me get it a lot earlier, and that's this smart gateway up top here. So the smart gateway has inside of it what we call the Qualcomm Internet Processor, or IPQ. IPQ takes our mobile processing power and puts it into the smart gateway. So now with all this extra mobile processing power, we can start adding all kinds of services and all kinds of applications on top of that processor. So of course for this demonstration we're running AllJoyn on there, but we're also running another application called Stream Boost. This application called Stream Boost detects and manages all the network streams that are going on inside of the house. So when Bobby goes and starts his YouTube video past bedtime, we'll get notifications throughout the house on all the televisions. I'll be in the other room, I'll have the notification on there. And then Teddy Bear, we need to turn up this volume a little bit, just gave him a little bit of warning saying you should be asleep. So hopefully he'll go ahead and put that away on his own, and we don't have to do it for him. So that's the type of fun we could have with AllJoyn in Bobby's room. Obviously everything you've seen that was on the control panel over here is also available on the TalkWatch, because TalkWatch comes pre-installed with AllJoyn from the App Store. So we could do other things with, and be creative with toys, and I think we could make them say different things. Let's see, get that on there.
I love you.
So manufacturers can be creative and make different types of scenarios for their devices. So thank you for coming to visit us in Bobby's room. We're going to send you to the rec room now and see how much fun you can have in there.
What we're showing in this room is AllPlay, which is our whole home audio solution. It's built on top of AllJoyn. So there's some speakers around you that I'm going to point out. We have one right here from Mosaic. There's another one from Medion. It's a prototype here with the display right here as well. There's a Panasonic adapter that would plug into an existing sound system in that corner. And back over here behind this gentleman, there is one from Lenco. It's a little tiny speaker, but it makes a loud sound. And this piece of artwork that you see on the wall is a speaker as well, and there's another adapter, one of our reference design plugged into it, so you'll be able to hear audio. So AllPlay is a combination. Again, it's built on top of AllJoyn, and so that way it can participate with the Internet of Everything, and everything you're seeing here can interact with the speakers. In the front room, you saw that text translation with nuance, right, from the text message to voice. So this is the AllPlay module. It's a turnkey hardware solution that these speaker manufacturers have embedded into the hardware. What I want to show you now is the software side of AllPlay, and I'm going to launch the controller application. You can see I can discover speakers that are around me. Right? Now these speakers are discovered because of AllJoyn discovery, just like the devices that are out there on that tablet. I'm going to go ahead and select the Lenco speaker. Sorry, sir. You can still sit there, don't worry. I'm going to go ahead and pick a soundtrack here. So I'm selecting music on the device, and I'm just going to select one right here and just play it now. And so it's loaded, it's playing. The volume's actually a little low, so I'm going to turn it up. And you can hear the audio playing out of the speaker. And so this is the volume control. That's one soundtrack to one speaker. We can do more with that with AllPlay. We have what we call party mode. The ability to play from one device to multiple speakers, a different soundtrack. So I'm going to play over here to the Panasonic speaker, and I'm going to pick a different soundtrack. And so I'm going to select something different. And we're just going to pick this song here. I don't know what this is, so I don't know how it's going to sound. And you're going to hear there's a different song playing over there on the same device. We can control it. Now, which song do you guys like? The one over here or the one over there? Let's do a little quick vote. You like the one over here in this corner? Okay. So I'm going to come back to the speakers, and what we have is group mode. So I'm going to hit group on the Lenco, and I'm going to see all the speakers here, and I'm going to hit the checkbox. Then I'm going to hit done. Now the audio is completely synchronized. So you can hear how good that sounds. We can control the music on everything at the same time. I'll turn it down. Or we have the ability to bring up the sound wall, right? You can hear it over there, and I'll bring this up and you can see. right? There's no loss in the audio. It's hard to hear where it's coming from unless I change the volume. So it's a whole home audio solution. So I'm going to pause that, and I want to grab over here my Qualcomm Talk. Unfortunately, this one doesn't fit on my wrist. It's my colleague's. I have the ability to go into the music application, and what you can see is that it's connected to the AllPlay speaker. And I can go ahead from here, and I can hit play, and I can control the audio experience from my watch. So maybe I'm hosting a party, and I'm outside at the barbecue, and I want to stop the music and make an announcement. I can just hit pause and go about controlling the music. So for many of your displays that are AllPlay enabled, right, you have the ability to control. Now, that's for local playback. Oops, sorry. Alright, so that's for local playback. The other piece of software that we have is called the Click SDK. These are for cloud-based providers to embed into their application itself. So we have an announcement here of the different service providers that are using AllPlay in their apps. And I'm going to go into Rhapsody right now. And I'm going to hit play, and the audio is going to stream straight from the cloud down to this device. And that's the existing application that there's today, and so I can turn the volume up a little bit here, and you can hear it playing. Now, there's this button here for AllPlay. You can see it right there. And that'll pop up when there's AllPlay enabled speakers. So if I select this button, you'll see there's a pop-up, and that grouping that we made still exists. So the state and all the groups of the speakers are maintained by the speakers themselves. And it's really important to point out, these are, again, different speakers from different manufacturers. There's the adapter, there's one from Lenco, and then there's this adapter plugged into the speaker up here. If I select this, it stops. Sorry, that was really loud. Apologize for that. So we have the ability to do both cloud-based audio, local audio, and AllPlay will actually manage a playlist between it all as well. So we can have a mix of both local and cloud-based content from different providers. The nice thing about this solution is the audio doesn't stream from the cloud to my handset and then waste my handset's battery power and spread it out to the speakers. It streams directly to one of the speakers. And it's just a few lines of code for cloud-based providers to implement. And it provides a consistent experience. So once you change the volume in one of the ways, or you group devices together, you understand how to do it throughout all the different applications. So the next thing that I want to show you is this device right here. This is the Birdie Smart Air Monitor. With this, it has the ability to detect the particles in the air. It's a smoke detector, a carbon monoxide detector. You can detect the carbon dioxide as well, so you understand kind of what the quality of your air is, the humidity as well as the temperature. But what we have with this is the ability for, where's the smoke? Okay, here we go. So I don't want to smoke you out, so if you can kind of stand this way. So with this, because these speakers are built on top of AllJoyn, and like I mentioned in the beginning, they can participate with the Internet of Everything. So you're going to see an interaction here when we set this off. The Birdie itself is going to beep like a smoke alarm. And then you're going to see the lights, the speaker, the TV. And if some of you right over here can hear it, the August lock that's on the back, you guys don't have to move, is going to rotate and unlock, right? Because that's what you want if there was a serious fire, right? You want your doors to open up. You want to be able to know if maybe you were in another room. So we're going to set this off here. So you can see the lights are blinking, simulating that there's a fire, right? Here's what you do. There's smoke detected in the living room. We should, I guess, call 112. I guess that's the number here. And the speaker here was able to make a siren noise, right? And I'm beeping again because, of course, it's detecting smoke, just as a smoke alarm would. And the lock, I don't know, maybe you guys can attest, it did rotate, right? It did. So with that, you've seen how manufacturers here, like this startup for Birdie, they're able to just take their product, focus on bringing that to market. So smoking here, that's just like a regular smoke alarm, we caused a fire. So you can see what AllJoyn's enabling all these different products to do in this home.